About $1,500 worth of stuff in this bag. Radioddity says it's waterproof. This is the new Raddy multifunction bag. So hopefully I just didn't ruin all my radios. Well, hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of K&MRD Radio Stuff. Today we're going to be looking at another backpack. This is the Raddy multifunction backpack from Radioddity. Only $45. It's waterproof. It's lightweight and has a surprising amount of storage for what it is. Now, full disclosure, I was contacted by Radioddity and they asked if they could send me one of these backpacks in exchange for review. So I did get this for free, but I'll tell you the parts that suck right now. There's really not much. There's really only two things that I've found so far that I don't like about this bag. One, I wish they would put like some MOLLE straps on the shoulder straps here, because I say later in the video, I can't really find a use for these little black straps, but I actually did manage to get my HT on here. Now, the only way that I did that, though, is because the VX7R has one of these circular things that allows it to swivel. So this is actually horizontal. If you had a regular HT, it'd be sitting here like this, or like this, and totally useless. But for me, it works because I have this Yaesu radio. The other thing that I don't like about it, this is the mast that I take portable, the Sodabeam's Carbon 6. There's nowhere for me to put this. I wish they would have put some kind of webbing or some mesh here on the side so I could just stow this. I'm sure I can find a solution. I mean, I could stick it in the bag and have it, you know, kind of sticking out, but then the bag wouldn't be fully zippered up and waterproof. So those are my two bugaboos about this bag. But otherwise, I like it. Let's dive in and see how much stuff is in here. My goal was to have a 100-watt station using only Xiegu radios. Let me show you what all is in here. So right up front, we've actually got this little slot right here. There's a zipper in the front that has this little pouch that is pretty much only able to put my Pactena antenna in. I mean, you could put a notebook or something in here, but with everything that's crammed in this bag, there's not much room for anything else. Now, before we dive into the actual bag itself, I want to turn this around and show you first the arm shoulder straps. You've got these little straps, but I don't really see much use for those. It is a nice cushioned back here. There's another strap here that, again, not really sure what this is for or what it could even be used for, but it's there. But that's not what we came here for. I actually wanted to show you this because this is a really neat feature. There's actually a USB outlet right here. So you can charge your phone. And now we can charge our phone just like that. I have a battery pack in here, one of those portable things that I'll show you as we get in here. But that's a nice feature. You can charge your phone without having to open up the bag there. As we look at the actual design of this bag, there's some things I like. Overall, I like this. There's some things that we'll get into that I wish could have been improved. But you see all of this right here. This actually covers up the zipper to maintain that kind of waterproofness of this bag. And it's a clever design. I've not seen a bag like this. But you've got two zippers here. They're not YKK, unfortunately, but those are your zippers. So let's lay this down. I'll open it up and show you everything I was able to fit in here. And these zippers actually go all the way down here. This kind of opens up like a clamshell, if you will. And I was able to cram quite a bit of stuff in here, as you can see. So we've got a length of coax with some adapters. We've got another length of coax and all the stuff you need to connect the X5105 to the amplifier. So all that cordage is in there. Here is the little power bank that I have. And this wire here actually connects down here. There's a little pouch for storage so you can put this cable down in there, and then that runs to the USB out there, so that's pretty clever. There's different pouches in here and different configurations you can do, I suppose, but I stuffed the X5105 back in this pouch here. There's room for a 20 amp hour Bioenno. Gonna need it with the amplifier. Had to get creative with the place to put the microphone, so I ended up just kind of sticking it in here with the amplifier. So there's the microphone for it. And then we have the XPA 125B. This is a really tight fit. There's also rubber feet on here that kind of makes it hard. But yeah, all that was in there, and that's about it. I'll give you a little bit closer look up of all the individual components. So first off, we've got this really big pouch here that obviously will fit the X125B. I mean, this thing is not small at all, so don't have to put that there though. You can put your 891 in here or some other kind of mobile HF or VHF, UHF radio. Back here, you've got a bigger compartment. We'll see what kind of radios we can fit in here, but I put the Bioenno in here. I think we can probably cram quite a few different radios in there. And we've got a little elastic storage mesh thing here. You might could put coax and little bits and bobs and stuff. You've also got another mesh storage elastic thing here. This is actually the bottom or where your back is. Very, very well padded though. I mean, there is a considerable amount of padding in this, so this should probably be pretty comfortable to hike with, even with a lot of stuff in there. Now, this is unique. I've not seen this in a backpack, though I'm not very well versed in a backpack. It's got these little Velcro things, so when you actually close this, you kind of have to Velcro them together, but that's, I guess, how it opens up all the way. Kind of an interesting design. Kind of see, and then you can just open it all the way, and it just Velcros like that. It's kind of weird. And then here is the little pouch that harbors our USB plug, and this just plugs into any USB. So here's my battery bank, and now this is just hardwired in to this external USB socket. So that's a really nice touch. I like that. I use USB all the time when I'm out in the field, and it's nice to just have it right there. Now let's say maybe you don't want to take 100 watts out. Maybe you've got a G90. Well, the G90 packs comfortably in this little pouch here. Again, with the microphone. Got a small length of our RG316 coax, just fits nicely in this little pouch here. Maybe this time we want to bring out our KM4 ACK and fed half wave. That fits just absolutely perfect in this little top compartment here. And we don't need a 20 amp hour Bioenno battery, but this 6 amp hour battery fits very nicely in this pouch. With room to spare, actually, we could cram another bit of stuff in there. You know, maybe you want all of your digital stuff. You're gonna play FT8 or something. You can cram that in there. And another way to configure this pack. Or maybe you're one of those hams who means serious business. You want to take out your Yaesu FT891. Well, that fits very handsomely in this back pouch as well. You can slide our power cable in there. Got our hand mic. Fantastic. We don't even have to take it out. Flip up the bail there. There's your operating position right there. That don't get much better than that. Got our Pac-10 and fed half wave. It's rated for 100 watts. Fits nicely right there. Snug as a bug in a rug. Got about, I think this is about 30 feet of LMR 195. Got an adapter on there to plug into the 891, and then it's BNC for the Pac-10. Fits nicely there. And then we brought out our 20 amp hour Bioenno again. Oh, I did forget our watt meter. That's an important thing to have there, so we can cram that in there. Got to make sure we're monitoring our battery capacity there. But wait, there's more. If we turn her around, because we're taking up less space now because we don't have that amplifier in here, we can now utilize this front compartment. What's in here? What's in here but an iPad for logging? We're going to use the Hammers app. Yes, that's right, Hammers for logging. Oh, that just fits oh so nicely in there. Now let's say you're feeling a little saucy. You're feeling a little randy. You want to do a little bit of QRP action. Maybe you've got yourself a new ICOM 705. Well, guess what? That fits in this little back pouch here. Oh, just so perfectly. There's our 705. Let's see, maybe you want to use your 1010's QRP antenna for this activation. That fits snugly in here. And then we're using this compartment just as kind of a catch-all for all the little odds and ends, the doodads and whatnot. So here's our hand mic for the 705. Here's our doingy for holding up the 1010's. We've got about 25 feet of coax. We've got our power cord for the 705. And what else have we? We've got our Manfrotto tripod. And what else? We've got our Denko 7 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, not sold in stores or online. That is everything you need to do an activation in this bag. Still have the iPad in here. So there you are, there you have it. That's pretty versatile. Well, how'd she do? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of beaten up over here. But let's open this zipper here. There's a bit of water on the iPad. Not enough to hurt it, but let's take it out here. A few drops. Who knows if this part's actually supposed to be waterproof, but the fact that this is dark leads me to believe that it is absorbing water. How about the rest? Let's see. Any water in here? Nope. It looks good. So in my very quick, very scientific test, my official rating for this bag, the front pouch, not waterproof. The inside, waterproof. Not so fast there, Mike. Upon further inspection, we can see how dark some of this cloth is. As I take some of this fabric out, this is all wet. But furthermore, it's hard to see on camera, but you can see how this is darker right here than it is here. All of this inside this pouch is wet, especially in those corners. See all the water there? And that was just 10 seconds of me spraying it with the hose. So that is water ingress inside the bag. That is a fail in the waterproofness. So what are my final thoughts on the Raddy multifunction bag from Radioddity? Well, I think it's a very capable bag. I like the small, compact size of it, which kind of keeps us from overloading our equipment with unnecessary stuff, as we all tend to do. So that's good. Everything is very well padded. It's extremely comfortable to wear, especially the back padding and the shoulder straps. Even with all the amplifier and the 20 amp hour battery and the radio and everything in there, really wasn't uncomfortable to wear, so that was good. It's also very discreet, kind of Gray Man-esque. You know, if the stuff hits the fan, you kind of look like a nerd with a school bag on, as opposed to like a tactical, you know, desert sand kind of colored backpack that people would definitely know, well, what's that guy got in there? So really like the USB output on there. Surprisingly, there was more room to fit stuff than I initially thought, so that's nice. Some of the cons, like I mentioned earlier, I wish there was some MOLLE strapping on there so I actually put an HT or add some accessories and things. The webbing on the side, or the lack thereof, to hold some kind of telescoping mast would be nice. And obviously, as we saw, the waterproof test was an epic fail. I wouldn't want to be out hiking the miles and miles that I hike almost daily in the woods and get caught in a torrential rainstorm with thousands of dollars of equipment in my bag. So that's something to consider. But to market this as waterproof, that's a big ask, because it's clearly not. But it's only 45 bucks. So, you know, other bags on the market are 3 times that price for about the same size. But yeah, you know, you have to weigh what's worth to you, and you know, is a more capable bag for 3 times the cost worth it to you? Are you going to be operating when it could potentially rain? For me, I don't typically go out when the forecast calls for rain, so it's not a big deal for me. But yeah, I don't think they should really market it as waterproof. But Other than that, I do like the bag. I want to say thank you to the folks at Radioddity for sending it to me. And if you have any questions or comments, do leave them down below. I'll leave a link for this bag in the description. I'll also leave a $15 off code for Radioddity. Unfortunately, it won't be for this, but if you spend over $65 at Radioddity, use my code and you'll save 15 bucks. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you again on another episode of K8MRD Radio Stuff. 73, guys.